I got no practice games at all. My first game with them was Friday night when I got here.
Right, okay.
And I'd kind of read some of the book.
Okay, welcome back, guys. With me now, I've got Paul Whitehead, and he's doing the new Cool Kids on the Block. He's running Deepkin. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk to Paul about his army list and what's in it and how he's been getting on. So Paul.
Yeah.
Do you like Deepkin?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, lots of fun?
They are fun at the moment, yeah.
Okay, run us through your list. What have you bought this weekend?
Okay, so I've got 3 lots of 10 thralls as my battle line.
Yep.
I've got the Wizard Eidolon, and I've got the Fighty Eidolon, the big wave guys. I've got Volturnos, the king, the Heelan king, and then I've got a Tidecaster and a Soul Scryer. So I've got the little wizard and the guy that allows you to the extra charge.
Okay. So it's quite character heavy.
Oh, very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 82 wounds in it, I think.
Right, okay. So how have your games panned out? Because obviously you wouldn't have had a lot of time for practice games before you
No,
started
I got no practice games at all. My first game with them was Friday night when I got here.
Right, okay.
And I'd kind of read some of the book.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of learning it over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, on my list I've also got 2 Fulminators because I looked on the internet and they look good in the list.
They are good, yeah.
So I've taken the clan where the Fulminators can use the tide as you're going through.
Right, yep.
So it means first turn that they're if somebody gives me first, the idea was somebody gives me first turn, I put Mystic Shield onto the Fulminators. They're a 1-up re-rolling ones against shooting, and a 0-up against shooting and a 1-up in combat. So I could shove them forwards,
Right, okay.
and with the rule where you have to shoot the nearest unit, we were golden. I've played not many shooting armies. I'm lined up against death next.
Well, but it's a sound idea. Very
It's a
sound
good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good fun. There are a lot of rules, and I don't know the rules, and that's what's catching me out.
Yeah. But then I suppose tournaments is always the best kind of area to do that, because you're playing 6 games over the weekends, and you actually let's face it, after the weekend you're going to go home and your knowledge base of what you're using at the moment is going to be, it's like that whole. I find this I do this a lot of time on my Skaven, where I try a different list. I haven't really tried it out properly. I go to a tournament, come away from the tournament, and then go, right, I know what that does now. I know what to expect from it. And actually, if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have brought it. I would have bought something else. So obviously, you're going through that process.
I'm absolutely the same. And also, the top players, they can look in a book and they can go, right, that'll do this, that'll do that, that'll do that. I have to play the game and learn and go, right, I see how that, right, okay, I can do that next time. And because it's brand new, I haven't done any of that.
So have you got, with the Eidolons, have you got two of the aspects of the storm?
I've got one storm and one sea.
So how have they performed?
The storm one, for 400 points, I would have to say has underperformed.
Yep.
But the other one's been great. But he's got the artifact where you can make a spell last 2 turns.
Right.
And so you do the bubble, -1 to hit.
Really cool, yeah.
The other caster has got a spell that does -1 to hit as well. So in the last game, I did manage to get somebody at -3 to hit.
Yep.
For 2 turns.
That's golden, that is it.
That was, and seeing as it was the 30 Liberators in a Vanguard wing.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Have you used them? Have you used them sort of separate, like pinging off all over the table in different areas, or have you kept it quite tight?
Okay, so the first 2 or 3 games, I used the teleport ability from the Soul Scryer.
Yep.
And that's really didn't work out.
Right,
so
okay.
I think you need to keep the army together because it relies on a lot of buffs from the characters. So the next games, I'm going to try and keep it together.
Did you find that when you pinged them out, you're isolating units to be killed off easier?
It depends. In the last game when I put the aspect of the storm out on his own and inadvertently put him next to Mystical, and we all know what I rolled.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. It catches a lot of people out. It's also that sort of misguided faith as well with Mystical. You go, I'll be fine, and you're not.
Oh, there was no way I would have put it there if I'd remembered it was Mystical.
Yeah, why take the chance?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so what have you got in the next round? Obviously, we're just about to start the next round.
So I've got a Nagash list next.
So that'd be really interesting, actually, with the 2 Eidolons.
We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be good. But okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It's going to be really interesting because Paul's actually the only person with, I would say, a deepkin army. There are elements of deepkin within the tournament and other mixed order lists. So I'm really interested to see how the whole weekend pans out, and obviously the learning curve that you're going to go through, by the end of this. So
it's good.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. So
before we sign off, would you just like to put the hat on for me?
do I have to put the hat?
You definitely have to put the hat on.
Paul had a different hat yesterday.
I had a
it's a big
fish
yellow
hat.
fish.
A fish hat yesterday.
Yeah, hold that.
I will.
Right.
That's a definite improvement, Wayne.
This is the levels I descend to. Descend to, deepkin, like that. Yeah, hey. Right. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.